I know you feel like there's a kind of tired that's going on in your bones, and it isn't just tired to be tired. This is a soul tired. This is this is like a deeper calling that's been calling you for eons, that you just know that you're not in your power. And this level of tired isn't going away because and I know that it's not going away because you keep searching for things, you keep finding ways, the next healing, the next way to fix yourself, the next conversation, the next moon alignment, or whatever you want to call it. So there's a level of deep soul tired going on here. And I just bumped my way out of where I was. But I want to come here today and I want to just clear this out. And I brought in my little friend, a special kind of incense, so that we can clear the space, so we can just acknowledge there's a soul level tired here. And I'm going to get into what this actually is. This has been screaming at me for a while. This soul tired, it has you saying yes to all the things that you want to say no to. It has you screaming inside when all you want to do is just like scream outside of yourself, but you know that that's not acceptable. It has you calm on the outside when you're like a storm inside. It has you knocking at the door, but you don't even realize that you're at the frickin' door. Like, it's beckoning you, and it's there for you to welcome yourself into and to sit with. But we have been so taught to avoid our emotions. They've been hijacked completely. I heard that word today and I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. Our emotions have been hijacked. Everything about us has been hijacked. And it isn't that we're doing anything wrong, because we're not doing anything wrong. What's happening is we just don't realize that we're actually knocking on a door. And this is the door to our power. This is the seat of our choice. This is the seat of our soul. So instead of carrying everybody else, except for you, it's bringing it all back into yourself and carrying yourself and understanding what is actually happening. And the soul level tired is you suppressing your fire. And it will come back. Your fire will come back. It cannot be extinguished. There's no way. And so as we clear this space out, recognizing that there is a fire within that's actually calling is the most important thing that we can do, is recognize that fire. Why are we presented with all these different things? That ache that you feel in your belly has been calling you because there's something bigger here for you. There's more meaning here for you. And you're not going to know what that meaning is until you actually start diving into it and understanding that what is happening now, it isn't completely meaningless. Like if you're working a regular and you're doing your regular life and things seem meaningless, there's more calling here for you. Way more. So I wanted to emphasize this for you with a dream that I had, just to kind of bring this home. I had a dream that as I cleared the land, all the dust kicked up, and I knew that something was leaving. And so I got on this horse, this spindly little legged red-headed horse. She was beautiful. She was a kind, cute little soul. And she took care of me. She took care of me in the deepest possible way. She walked me past, because this is the thing. You are meant for something different, just like I am. And so the biggest part of what we're here for is we're afraid of being seen and afraid of being judged. Now in this dream, I faced that. I faced those other women that were judging me, because here I am on this little tiny horse. She was as steady as a camel. She had the presence of a camel, like her presence was amazing. And these women were giving me looks of curiosity and yet judgment at the same time. And the path that you walk on is going to bypass all of that stuff. You cannot let that stuff bother you. It's afraid of you. It is the whole feeling of being afraid to be seen in your full power. And this is what's happening here. So the point of this dream was that it's going to look weird. It's going to look messy to other people. It's going to sound weird to other people, and it's not going to resonate what you have to say with other people. Let's just get that straight out of the firing box. It's going to look weird, but those ones that think it looks weird, they're curious and they want to know more about you. They want to know how you've managed to embody all your freaking power. And here's the trick. Your emotions are your superpower. And I say this, I swear, in every one of my videos, every one of them. And here's why I think that the emotions are a superpower. So in this dream, I'm riding this horse and I'm on all of these pelts and there's like a saddle underneath. The saddle represents the stability on something wonky because horses are unpredictable, right? Or they can be super secure. So I got the saddle, no stirrups. So right away, I'm already unstable because I can't rely on something outside of me to balance me on this horse. And to emphasize this balance, I had all kinds of cushion and you know how in the ancient times they used to use like the pelts of other animals that they used, and it was the cushion. So I'm on this horse and I'm completely at the mercy of whatever. But here's the caveat. This is why emotions are so important. Right now, a lot of you have been conditioned to look to the outside source for stability. You've been looking for approval and proof that it's safe to be who you are, to step into that role that you're meant to do. But what the saddle symbolizes, yes, you belong here. The no stirrups means you have to do it internally. And all these cushions underneath my butt represented how I could maintain my balance and not fall off this horse. And I want to just bring this in for you. I was very wonky on this horse. I was like wonky. And then every time I would wiggle and move, I would just course correct. And I was so secure on this horse because I used my emotions to actually discern, oh, I'm going too far one way. Okay, that's not right. Okay, we need to come back. Emotions are your elixir that you can create with life, with the all that is. It is your grounding force. It connects you to yourself, to your soul, to the earth, to the cosmos. It is your fire. It is your memory. Memory of eons past, your ancient lineage. This is your wisdom. This is what has been calling for you this entire freaking time. And here, this time now, we are here to bring that back, to stand fully in our power. We don't give a shit who looks at us and who thinks we're weird because they want to know too. So if you see a funny face, if you're afraid of feeling your power because you're going to look weird, it's actually a calling card to bring others towards you, the ones that are meant for you. That balance, the emotions underneath an animal that represents freedom is your superpower. You can be resting comfortably here. You can allow that to flow and arrive in a new place that you never saw coming and still land on your own 2 feet, regardless if things are wobbly out there. It doesn't matter what happens out there. It just doesn't matter. What matters is the internal emotional balance, your creative fire, your solar fire, your heart fire. That is what's important here. This is you showing up fully in your power. You're not saying, I'm fine anymore. No, you are fire. That's what you say. You don't say you're fine anymore when things are actually really bothering you, because when things are bothering you, you know something's up. There's a doorway there. If you have an old memory that comes back, that's a doorway. It's not something to ignore. It is a freaking doorway. Walk through the doorway. There's something there on the other side for you. And this doesn't mean that, like, this is the land where we don't prove, we don't perform, we don't do any of that shit. We just like listen to our internal life elixir, our fire, and we go from there, because what they say doesn't mean anything. Because I'm going to tell you, all the conditioning is you and me, I'm not excluded. We listened to that. We actually believed it. And that is like completely false. Everything that was ever said and done is false. We believed it to be true, but it is not true. It is not the depth of you. So regardless if this stuff had happened, you're still you. You're still that fire that lives inside. And that fire is wanting to come home. This is why you're burnt out. This is why you're exhausted. This is why you're crying. And this is why you're looking and searching and trying to figure out, what am I here for? Is because you're suppressing your own fire. I did it my entire life. I suppressed my fire immensely. And the smoke of this bad boy is actually getting into my throat, which is pretty cool. It's time to own your fire. Stop oppressing your own fire. This is how we've been living. We've been taught to suppress it, oppress it, diminish it, kick it to the curb, bury it. This is what we've been taught. We've been taught to deny our creativity. We've been taught to deny our desires and our body. And I'm going to say it again. Your body is the magical vessel where all of this happens. The body is so magical that you can feel in your body the vibration of a bird chirping, and you can feel that rippling through you. That's how powerful your freaking body is. But we've been pointed in another direction to say, oh, look at this over here. That's all it is a distraction. Turn away from the distractions, come back into your own being, and you will understand, and you will feel the vibration of a bird chirping. I promise you, that is what you're going to feel. You're going to feel everything. You're going to feel your wisdom. You're going to feel your intuitive hits and your instincts. You're going to feel the creativity that lives in your bones. You're going to feel the gifts that comes from your lineage. And it's not just like the gifts. You're going to feel what your lineage has been conditioned to believe, and you're going to stop operating that way. You're going to operate from the source of all that is, and you're going to see everything for what it actually is. The stuff that you have been conditioned to believe, it isn't even true. It is handed down programming from eons. And it isn't anybody's fault, because this is the way things have been set up. We've been set up to believe the outside world is way more important than what's actually going on internally. And we are here to bring it home. We are here to honor our own freaking soul and our own being, our own truth, our own fire. That's what we're here for. So whether you have a sacred business or not isn't really, it doesn't really matter. The sacred business is an expression of the fire. It is you visibly seeing how that fire wants to express itself. And some of you are probably watching me because of the soul-led business thing, but this is like another level of soul-led business. We're talking like completely new dimension here. That's why I brought my friend in here to clear this space out, because things are landing and things are clearing out. And today that I'm recording this video is a very particularly potent, powerful day. And I'm reminded that you are the chariot. You are the fire. You are the first one to go. And so we are the first ones to do this work. This is the first time in humanity that we've ever seen this kind of thing. And so it's about not suppressing anymore. It is allowing that fire to reign supreme. And the suppression and oppression is what's causing and costing you all of this nonsense. And I totally get that it's hard to really fully embody this. I totally understand that. But the cost of this is not remembering who you are. And for me, that really feels like that's a really big price tag to not continue to do this work. And of course you're doing this work. I know you are. Why would you be watching me if you weren't doing the work? So this fire isn't something to manage, because I know in previous videos I've talked about like the power that we have seen the women in our families exercise their power. That's not true power. That's the conditioned power. And we have been so afraid of our own freaking power for eons that our power doesn't look like that. No, it is embodied power. We are emotionally balanced, like on that horse in my dream. We understand and we can feel the cosmos, we can feel the earth, and then we know when things are out of balance and we can course correct before anything ever even remotely even begins. That's how powerful you are. That bird chirping, you're going to feel that vibration go right through your body and go, wow. You're going to feel it. So your balanced emotions is your compass. And clearing that out is an important part of this stage of actually remembering who the hell you are. It's very important that we remember, that we clear out all of these emotions that are trapped in this conditioning, because that's essentially what's happened. We've suppressed. And here's the beautiful thing. It's like now that we're a little older, we're able to handle the emotions that we couldn't feel when we were younger. So this is a time of reclaiming your power, big time. This is a time to say no to oppression. And we've been taught to self-oppress. And this is why you're so freaking burnt out. This is why you're so exhausted and you're chasing your tail and you just can't figure it out and you're spinning your wheels and you're going in circles constantly. End now. We end the pushing, we end the striving. We just take a deep breath and just realize, you know what? I'm actually here for a reason. I am here for a reason, and I'm going to find out what it is. And this ends all the pretending that you're fine, pretending that everything's okay. And maybe it isn't okay, and that's okay too. It's fine. Everything that you're feeling and experiencing is fine. This is what we're here for. And I only gave you a taste of the potential that you could be living in. Is like you're so embodied in your own being that your being can't help but express itself. Your feeling is your superpower, like beyond anything I can ever tell you here. And when you feel that bird chirp, that vibration from that bird ripple through your body, you're going to know I'm speaking the truth. You're that freaking powerful. Your body is that powerful. It is the magical container that holds all of the wisdom from the cosmos to the earth. It comes through you from the cosmos to the earth. See, there's you, and then you're a creating wonder. Your breath is a creating wonder. You can shift anything in your life, absolutely anything. And when we actually do this, and here's the beautiful thing, this is the shift of potentiality that you could be living in. There's no more struggle. There's no more fighting. You do things for joy. You laugh more. You feel the wind, and the wind brings you messages. There's like the struggle ends. The abundance lives within already. Your relationships are smoother. They deepen. They widen. You enter new levels of connection with another human being. You enter new levels of connection with the earth and yourself. Like, it's, I can't even describe the levels that you hit of the unknown. And the unknown is like so much fun. It's actually so much magic. And when those windows come up of being a little scared, you can say, oh, I'm noticing that I'm actually scared right here. What am I scared of? And you can just give yourself all the nurturing that you need. We have nothing to fear anymore. That you being here is proof that it's safe now to bring your power back online, to bring it to show the world. Because I know in previous lifetimes we were killed, subdued, or whatever to suppress our fire. But that's not the case anymore, and you're living proof of it. You are living proof that you are here, and now is the time that it's safe to actually embody your power. It is safe for you to go out in the world and say, no, I actually don't freaking like that, and start making changes. You are the one that can change your reality. And when you embody your power, things will click, you will understand, and you will have a deeper knowing of what you're here for, where you're meant to live, what you're meant to do, all of that beautiful stuff. It brings you back into your power, your body, your fire, when everything else tells you that you need to be outside of your body, to be afraid of your emotions, to be afraid of your depth, to be afraid of the shadows that lurk. They want you to be afraid of that. But this again is your superpower. You have the power to go in there because you're strong enough to hold it now. It might feel uncomfortable, but that's it. It'll be uncomfortable for like 30 seconds, 90 seconds until it softens, and then you're going to be like, oh, I understand now. There is a rhythm underneath the silence. Once the noise leaves and you understand and you embody this more, there's a rhythm here. There's a flow. You understand how important your emotions are. The search for the meaning in your life ends because you are the meaning of your life. You are the meaning. It ends all the searching. You won't even want anything anymore. You'll stop buying books. You'll stop buying all the things that you think that you need in order to actually transcend whatever it is you think you need to transcend. It ends because you don't need anything. You already have everything. You have everything that's built in. And so it's understandable that this feeling, this fire, we don't even know what that is, so we're afraid of it. So of course we're going to not listen to it because we're afraid of it, because we've been taught to be afraid of it. But I want to tell you that you're really not broken here. This is such a powerful moment to actually recognize even one little tiny thing. That's all that matters, is one little thing. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It's just one little thing that you can say no. You can allow your feelings, and it's okay to feel what you feel. If you tell yourself it's okay to feel what you feel, that's all that matters. You're allowed to feel what you're feeling. End of story. And that is your freaking superpower. The feeling that you're feeling is not an indication that you're so screwed up and broken. It's your fire coming back online. And that is what we're here to do. We're here to actually show what real leadership is. When people are freaking out, you're the calm. You are the calm. You have the ancient wisdom in your bones, in your blood, in your body, to know what is right, to know what is correct. And everything else will just fall away. Because it cannot sustain itself when you actually embody your fire. And it's okay to be afraid of it. It is okay. Because we were all taught to be afraid of our fire. Every single one of us. And look at that. My little friend is almost unburning. How perfect is that? So as this clears the space and we anchor in that owning our fire is actually okay, it's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to run from it, even though I did it too. I didn't understand. It took a long time to really understand there's a lot of moving pieces here. There's a lot of moving pieces. And I can tell you the truth that it is a lot easier when you have help to do this work. For sure, it's a lot easier. But a lot of it we have to do on our own. And that's kind of beautiful too, because you're validating yourself. And that is super important. So before this burns out, I want to say that I did a live experience with women that felt called to this live experience, and I've opened up a 6-month container called the Rite of Passage, and I would love to have you there. If you're feeling this body of work that this is where you're going, I invite you into that. Yeah, I invite you into it. I will leave the link at the top so that you can come and find it. And I am closing the doors June 4th. And you will see this video just after the 25th. So I invite you into that. The doors close on the 4th. Take a peek. Sit with it. You have a window to think about it. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. If you feel it, you feel it. If you don't, that's fine. I honor it either way, because not everybody's meant for this work. And I totally respect that, because if you'd asked me like even maybe 3 summers ago, if this is what I was going to be doing, I'd have been like, are you talking to somebody else? Like, what? Yeah, that was me 3 years ago. I didn't believe it either. But now I believed it. I grew to believe it, but now I know it in my bones, and there's a difference. I know this in my bones and in my blood and in my soul. This is what I'm supposed to do. And I am here to help you remember, just like I'm remembering for myself. And remember, when you see this video, that the day that I'm creating this video is a very powerful day, that you are the master builder of your life. You're the builder. Oh, there was something else there too. Like, you're the original fire. We're talking about your original primordial fire. You are the one that went first. And you're here to play with some elemental magic. You are here to play with that. And your lineage is speaking to you, even though they may have spoken to you with the old density stuff, what they've been conditioned with, but you're here to clear it. And that's what makes you different, is you are the one that breaks the chains. You're the ones that break the bonds with that old cruddy stuff from our lineage. And you're here to embody the goodness, the magic, the potency of our lines. Because it wasn't all just conditioning. There's magic there waiting for you. There's a level of like potency just lying dormant, waiting to be active. And it is in your blood. You got this. You have a special kind of magic that lives within you. And once it's awake, there's no going back. And so that's what I love about this, is because I had no idea. And if we do this 6 months together, you're going to get a taste of that, and you're going to be like, I had no idea. And it only gets better from there. It does. It gets better from there. It goes deeper, further, wider, more magical. Your emotions are your elixir. It's the key to everything. It is your fire. It's what anchors you to this earth. It's what allows you to tap into the earth and the cosmos. Like, it's way bigger than just dismissing how you feel. Dismissing how you feel is oppression. It's you oppressing yourself. And I don't say that to be harsh. I'm just saying the truth. So when we end this oppression and we see it for ourselves, we can stop doing that. And that's why I bring you this stuff. is because there is no judgment. It is part of reclaiming yourself and coming back to your fire, is acknowledging that conditioning. And we don't need to know the entire story. We just know that the energy, the feelings are there. And when we actually honor those feelings, it has no power over you. So there is nothing wrong with what you feel. Feel it. And let me know how this lands. I want to know what you're feeling, because your feelings are super powerful. They're magic. They are potency. They are the elixir of everything. And I think I'm going to just end it there, because I think I could just talk about this forever and a day, and we've cleared the space. Everything's good. And so that link will be at the top so you can find it. And thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you, because you guys are the ones, you women are the ones that are here to do this work. And it's coming. You just can't deny this anymore. So until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful, magical week, and savor the energy of knowing that you are the one, you are the fire that goes first. You are the chariot, you are the master builder. You're that freaking powerful. You're that powerful. And it's not the power that you used to see. No. That was just a perfect example of who not to be. And I love that. I love that example, because in my experience, I've seen what corrupt power looks like. And I know what power is and isn't now. And that is such a perfect example that you get to see what corrupt power looks like, because you're meant to embody true power. So I hope you never forget that. So until the next video, take care.